All right, kia ora everyone, and welcome to the week. Was it week 12?
Yeah.
Week 12 recap. We have cousin Borley here, aka TradeMe.com, aka Jeremy Borland, for all those who know his actual real name.
AKA two-time champ.
AKA two-time champion, yeah. Yeah, so before we crack into it, I thought I'd actually just touch on the playoff schedule and how the playoffs structure will work. So as I said earlier, welcome Lloyd. Lloyd's coming in. As I said earlier, it's the winning team from each division will make the playoffs, and then the next four best records. So currently, as it stands, we'll have these four matchups happen in the playoffs. So, however, for the relegation, the other end of the table, originally I decided that it would just be the last place person after week 14 would be relegated. However, I've been convinced otherwise and decided it's good to play through the whole season, which I do agree with. It does extend the season out for everyone, which is always about more fantasy. And then it gives a chance for the underdog to to come from behind, and potentially the person who finishes 16th might take out the person that finishes 9th and relegate them. So with 3 weeks of playoffs, same as so there'll be the top 8 that make the championship bracket and the bottom 8 that make the consolation bracket. And the person that loses the game for 15th place will get relegated down to the championship. I know Lloyd's probably happy about that because he's definitely in contention to be promoted up into the Premiership.
Yeah, a little bit closer.
You're not counting your chickens too early, Lloyd, but I know you got your chances of taking out the title.
Yep, it's going well so far. I'm not going to jinx it, but it's going well.
Yeah, ever since you dropped those quarterbacks, that was.
I've already given him a prep talk to if he did take out the championship and does get promoted about things that he probably shouldn't do that he has done in this league. So,
yeah,
one was the quarterback.
That's true. You
only need one.
All right, so we'll give you probably for Lloyd's benefit as well. We'll give everyone the lay of the land. So I was just over at Sam's place before. So we've currently worked out that Andreas, Sam, Jamie, and Jaira have all secured playoff spots. So they're locked to playoff spots. Even though Jaira and Sam haven't won their division, their record will be good enough that no one will be able to catch them up. So only Xander and Duhan are actually out of the playoffs. So with 2 weeks left, 14 teams are still in contention. So Xander's out. So if we look at Jeremy's division here, Simon, Jeremy, and Cam are all in contention for the playoff spot. Now so this is probably going to be the most interesting division coming down to the end of it, because Jeremy's team looks the strongest, but because his points differential is so shit, he actually has to beat Cam on record, because if he has the same record as Cam at the end of the season, he's going to lose.
Yeah, I have to win the next 2 straight, which is against Sam this week and Simon next week, and Cam needs to lose one of his 2 matchups for me to take the top spot.
And so for Simon to make it, Cam,
me and Cam.
You and Cam need to lose this week, and then Simon needs to beat you. Oh, Cam would need to lose both. So yeah, Simon needs a lot to go in his favour, but it's possible.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then in this division here, so we've got all 3 of these guys are in it, which is absolutely wild. But Caleb would have to lose both. So Caleb controls his destiny a wee bit here. He needs to win 1 game to secure the division.
Is he? He's not even winning on points 4 either.
Oh, he is just. But if you look at the other guy,
no, that's a 6. I thought that was 1903.
I think
it was quite small. I can't see it that well.
Clarence had the most points scored against him, which is let me zoom in a wee bit.
Oh yeah.
See, that's a bit rough for Clarence, but all of these guys have to win out to make the playoffs.
So
to lose both.
Andy and Eli both have only 20 points behind Caleb on points 4.
So if we have a look at the games this week.
Wow.
So I'm playing Simon. So this is a pretty crucial matchup for Simon. It's also crucial for me because if I win, I secure a playoff spot. So it's a big game. So if we have a look at this matchup, I haven't really looked at Simon's team.
I've looked at both your teams, and it could go either way for because both your teams could pop off. But then, you probably have a safer floor, but Simon's team, I don't know. It has he had Derek Henry at the time plus Calvin Ridley, but he put 220 on me in our first matchup. So he can pop off. It is a wee bit different, his team, and your team, like we talked about it, you've got a safe floor, but
I'm not getting those big weeks that
Nah.
I need Hopkins.
I don't know. I'm surprised he got Breeder, to be honest.
How much did he get him for?
Oh, it wasn't much. Because he paid big money for Coleman the week before. He chose Coleman over Hillard, which I said to him, take Hillard, not Coleman. Dumb. And he goes, no, I'm doing 60 Hillard, 20 Coleman. I said, 60 Coleman, 20 Hillard. I said, I would go Hillard. And he didn't. And
you got to take the better offense.
Well, he reckoned that the touches that he was worried about Foreman and obviously what's his name McNichol, who he has coming back. So he's like, maybe his role will diminish. So then, I don't even think if McNichol comes back that Hillard will be affected. It will only be Derek Henry that will run it. I don't know. They're probably safe enough that they can afford to just leave him to the playoffs. Because their division isn't that good either. Their division actually looks a bit like our fantasy division and for the Titans. So they probably only need one more win, which they've got Jacksonville, I think, week 14. So that should be a win. And that's their playoff spot. I think they'll win that division easily.
Yeah, interesting. So Caleb is playing Ben Tui. So Ben wins, this is a clinch game for both of these guys. And interesting that Caleb is currently starting Russell Wilson over Joe Burrow.
Yeah, Wilson's playing crap, man.
He is playing so trash.
Yeah, but you look at Caleb's team as well. Caleb really pisses me off because he's actually still scoring quite well, but he's left Harrison Smith and Clive Edwards-Helaire in his reserve spots. They're not even on IR, so he hasn't made moves for 3 weeks. I don't even
he's luckily got Madison on the bench as well. So, Ben's got Nick on 5, so that could be the tipping point there, having Madison starting and no Nick Chubb.
Yeah, but Caleb still pisses me off because it's he hasn't tried to trade or anything. He could actually have a really decent team, especially with waiver pickups and that. But he's just sat on his haunches and still managed to fly through. It frustrates me.
Yeah. You're looking strong. Caleb looks like he's going to take the dub. What's the other crucial game?
If he brings Clyde in and puts him in for Devontae Adams, he's pretty much set, isn't
he? Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. But he still has to drop someone.
Yeah, I think that's probably what he's been doing the past couple of weeks. If he's been playing, he's probably just been roster stashing whilst he can because he doesn't have to dump anybody off.
He's got Tracy and Jared Davis.
He's still got 100. He's still got 148 in Fab as well. He could drop Russell Wilson and start Joe Burrow every week, and Davis as well. He's got room to move. He just hasn't, and still won. So good on him. But.
Let's see, have we had any trades over the last week?
Just
this one.
So just my one.
Jamie. Did you see this one, Lloyd?
Yeah, I did. It was a big one, actually. It's a big one. It's tasty, but obviously, like, Debo's obviously up in the air now, and he's doubtful. He's mean, though. Debo is so sick, though. Like, if you've got Debo, great. But, well, Adam Thielen's starting to come into the season a bit more.
Yeah, that's some wild points there.
He's been their leading rusher, like, the last couple of weeks, too. Like, I was a bit gutted to let him go, but at the same time...
Touchdowns, 5 rushing touchdowns. Wild.
Yeah, but you do get some value out. You do get Thielen. You do get Hillard, who looks pretty decent in
But look,
absent.
Look at you got Atlanta and Houston in the playoffs.
Oh,
yeah,
it's tasty.
Yeah, he had a good play. Oh, mind you, week 8, is it 17 or 18? Oh yeah, 17. Yeah, it was. For me, it was a tough decision because I said to him, I was like, man, you're going to have like, he's got 3 top 10 running backs already, and then he's going to have the 2 top wide receivers. Like, all he's missing is the tight end, and he's got the top quarterback. Like, his team is beasting. And then, so, unfortunately, now Debo's injured, but he won't be out. If he is out a couple of weeks, so I don't think it's going to matter too much for him. But it was a big hit for me because he wanted to, instead of Hillard, he goes, oh, no, I'll take Hillard out and put Jeff Wilson. I was like, nah. I was like, I don't want Jeff Wilson. He's like, oh, he's the leading 49ers running back. I was like, nah.
He's definitely not right.
Yeah. Oh, well, interesting. It's a big week for a lot of people, for a lot of teams, anyone that hasn't clinched pretty much. It's big. A lot of clinching scenarios here, so it'll be interesting to see how that plays.
Dre has a good matchup too. He's playing Xander, and for me, it's a juicy matchup just because the trash talk that Dre says about Xander.
Xander beats Dre.
If Xander beats Dre, that will be like the best part of the season. Oh, except for if I make playoffs and knock him out in the playoffs. That would be juicy as well. But if Xander beats Dre,
that would be hilarious.
Considering how bad Xander's team has played this year, yeah. But like Dre, he's traded his team away. he should have stuck with his Debo, Mitchell, and Mark Andrews stack.
Yeah,
and I think he'd be pretty. Yeah, like he's definitely lost out. Like, and Kamara still, if he does end up playing this week, which I don't think he will, but if he does, he could seriously damage it even more and then be out. And then Kamara
is effective when Taysom Hill's quarterback as well.
Yeah, that's right. So that takes away a lot of his opportunities.
It's like when Cam Newton was in Carolina, he would always vulture McCaffrey's and.
Well, he's been doing that the past couple of weeks, hasn't he? Like, McCaffrey's gone down, but he's now injured anyway, so it doesn't matter. I tell you, I still can't believe that Hill got that extension. What was it, 4 years, 40 million? Like, he's done like what, 30 snaps this year, or like something like ridiculous like that. Like, how have you got an extension from like limited snaps? He's probably like, in terms of snaps per million, he's up there with Sam Bradford in terms of how much money he's getting, considering how little he's played.
Mind you, you look at how much is Lamar on? Like, what was his contract? I'm not saying
he hasn't got his extension. He's on the first round contract.
Yeah, but he's going to be he's going to get way more than that, for and. Like,
I think
Taysom Hill could be like that's the kind of play that the quarterbacks have turned into now. Is that like Cam Newton, Lamar Jackson?
Let's not compare Lamar to Taysom Hill. We're talking about it.
No, we're not.
Talking about
I'm not saying
a Heisman winner. Taysom Hill was like a 6th round drafter.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that's. The league obviously is changing. The dynamic of the quarterback is changing, And so, like, being able to be that kind of player, I guess they probably got a steal. If I'm not saying that he's going to be as good as Lamar, but
no, he's not.
If he can,
I just
he can
quickly
be
Googled.
like Lamar.
So it's like 40 million, and it can go as much as 94 million. That's insane.
So is it 40 million guaranteed?
It's 40. Yeah, it's 40 million. No, it's 40 million contract extension with 21.5 guaranteed, but it could go up to as much as 90 million.
Yeah, it's like a snap. It's like if he becomes a starter and plays a number of snaps or something like that, I'm guessing.
Holy,
that's crazy. Considering
that's not enough incentive to be really good.
And isn't he like 31? He's a bit older. He's a bit older, right?
Is he?
Yeah. He's not exactly young in the game as well.
But anyway, we'll stop this one and then we'll pop on over to the Championship and see what's going on there.
It is